Hello guys, if you have not subscribed to my channel Institute of Diagnosis, please do subscribe and click the bell icon and select all from the options so that you will get the notifications about the new videos and you can watch our videos first. After watching the video, please do like, comment and don't forget to share the video. Thank you all. Keep supporting.
Welcome back. Hello everyone. So one of my YouTuber has requested me to do a video on the venous blood. So in this video I'm going to explain about what is venous blood. So let's move into the topic. So today's topic name is venous blood. But before directly entering into the topic, let's discuss about some few basic things. So first know what is a blood. Blood is nothing but it is a fluid connective. Blood is a fluid connective tissue. It flows inside our body in a small pipe-like structures, and these pipes are called as blood vessels. These blood vessels are of two types: arteries and veins. Arteries will carry the blood and veins also will carry the blood, but there is one simple difference between these arteries and veins. Arteries will carry oxygenated blood, whereas veins will carry deoxygenated blood. Oxygenated blood means the blood which is present inside the arteries is rich in oxygen, and deoxygenated blood means blood which is flowing inside the veins is poor in oxygen, and here concentration of CO2 is less, whereas here concentration of CO2 is high. This is the difference between the blood flowing inside the arteries and blood which is flowing inside the veins. So let's move into the another one more important topic, that is heart. So here in this topic we are not going to discuss completely about the heart to make you understand what is venous blood. So here we are going to discuss some few points regarding the heart. So generally, what is the function of heart? Heart pumps blood. Heart will pump the blood to where? To where it is pumping the blood? It is pumping the blood to all body parts. You can also say it is pumping the blood to all the organs, or you can say it is pumping the blood to all the tissues of body. So finally the function of the heart is to pump the blood. But the question is whether it is pumping oxygenated blood or deoxygenated blood. This is the question, and here the answer is it will pump the oxygenated blood to tissues and to organs and to blood parts. So it will pump the oxygenated blood to all the body parts. Then what about deoxygenated blood? The deoxygenated blood is pumped to lungs. That means the heart is pumping the oxygenated blood to all the body parts, but heart is pumping deoxygenated blood into lungs only. Okay, and now see one more thing. Right, so see, oxygen, that is O2, that will enter into the lungs, and inside the lungs the O2 will get mixed with the blood, and this is called oxygenated blood. Here I am not discussing completely about the lungs also, just I am going with a brief explanation. O2 from the atmosphere will enter into the lungs, and inside the lungs that O2 will get mixed mixed with the blood, and the blood is called as oxygenated blood. Right, now about heart. The heart is having 4 chambers. It is right atrium, and this is right ventricle, and this is left atrium, and this is left ventricle. So like this, heart is having 4 chambers in it. This oxygenated blood is transported to the left atrium with the help of 4 special veins, with the help of 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 special veins. They are called as pulmonary veins. These pulmonary veins will carry that oxygenated blood to the left atrium of the heart. The left atrium of the heart will get contracted, it will get contraction, and the blood will move into the left ventricle. The blood will move into the left ventricle, and from the left ventricle, the blood will enter into a bigger blood vessel, which is called as aorta. And this aorta, when it is going downside, it will give rise to arteries, and this aorta, when it is going downside, it will give rise to arteries, and arteries will give rise to arterioles, and arterioles will give rise to capillaries, and these capillaries will deliver the blood to tissues, or you can say organs, or you can call it. These capillaries will deliver the blood inside these tissues. When they deliver this blood, oxygen from the blood will enter into this tissues, and that blood will pick up the CO2 from the tissues. That means oxygen from the atmosphere entering into the lungs, and from inside the lungs the O2 gets mixed with the blood, and which is called as oxygenated blood. That oxygenated blood will move to the left atrium with the help of 4 pulmonary veins, and when this left atrium gets contracted, the blood will move into the left ventricle, and when left ventricle contracted, the blood will enter into the aorta, and after aorta it will enter into arteries, and from arteries it will enter into arterioles, and from arterioles it will enter into capillaries, and from capillaries it will enter into the tissues or organs or cells. So here, when these capillaries deliver the blood to the tissues, the oxygen which is present inside this oxygenated blood will enter into the tissues, and that blood will carry CO2 which is present inside the tissue. And from here up to here, from here to here, this blood is called as oxygenated blood, and from here to here, this is called as oxygenated blood. From here, see, CO2 is getting mixed with the blood. From here it is called as deoxygenated blood. From here it is called as deoxygenated blood. So from here the blood will take the CO2 and then it will enter into the capillaries, and then from capillaries it will enter into the venules, and from venules it will enter into the veins, and from veins it will enter into the biggest blood vessels. They are called as vena cava, and from vena cavas it will enter into the right atrium of the heart, and from right atrium, when it gets contracted, the blood will enter into the right ventricle, and when the right ventricle gets contracted, the blood from the right ventricle will move to lungs. From the right ventricle, the blood which is brought by this vena cavas will move to these lungs. See, from here the blood is collecting the CO2 from the tissues, and it is given to capillary and it enters into the capillaries, and from capillaries it will enter into the venules, from venules it will enter into the veins, and from veins it will enter into the vena cava, and from vena cava it will enter into the right atrium. When right atrium gets contracted, the blood will move into the right ventricle, and when right ventricle gets contracted, the blood, with the help of a one large blood vessel, it will move to the lungs, and this vessel is called as pulmonary artery. In the whole body, everywhere arteries will carry oxygenated blood, but only this special artery, pulmonary artery, will carry the deoxygenated blood. In the whole body, veins will carry deoxygenated blood, and one special artery will carry the deoxygenated blood, whereas here whole arteries will carry the oxygenated blood, and along with that 4 pulmonary veins from lungs to left atrium will also carry the oxygenated blood. Here veins, and here it is the artery. These are the arteries and veins which are doing opposite function. Here arteries are carrying the oxygenated blood, and veins also carrying the oxygenated blood. Here arteries and along with the veins are also carrying the deoxygenated blood. These are only the 2 special type of veins, pulmonary veins and pulmonary arteries, a special type of blood vessels which will perform the opposite function. Okay, so the blood which is flowing inside these veins, this vena cava, these venules, these capillaries, not capillaries, these venules, these venules, veins and vena cava, and which is present inside this right atrium and which is present inside this right ventricle, this blood is called as venous blood. Venous blood, it is nothing but blood flowing inside veins. Always the phlebotomist will collect blood from veins because they are superficial and they can collect it easily, and arterial blood is collected only to measure blood gases. Okay, always the phlebotomist or the lab technicians will collect the blood from the veins. Okay, and only in some special cases they will collect the blood from the arteries, and their blood is called as arterial blood, and this arterial blood is used to measure the gases. I hope now everyone is clear about what is venous blood, and along with that I have also explained in this video what is arterial blood, from where the oxygenated blood is coming actually, and where it is entering and to where it is moving, and how the aorta gives rise to arteries, and what are the different types of blood vessels in the circulation. Here in this video it is very clear. If you like the video, please like it, subscribe to my channel, and also please share the video to your friends. Thank you.